In 2024 August exam, most students got the SAT math score below the average. Do you know the reason why? I know. That time, College Board updated his whole SAT math questions just before the exam, and students didn't notice this update. Therefore, they couldn't solve some of the new hardest questions in the second model and couldn't take high scores. And you know what? In 2026, College Board is doing this same shit again, and again without announcing it. They recently released a new type of questions that are not an easy or medium level, but in the hardest level, meaning that they will probably be in your exam, especially the last questions of second module. So today, I'm going to show you the full video explanation of the 16 new type of questions in the fastest way and with shortcuts. Watch till the end, especially question 16. It is low-key trick. If you miss it, it's an automatic minus 20 points on your math score. Smash like button, lock in, and get your perfect math score. Let's get started. So question 1, it's about a circle and you haven't seen this before. The given equation where t is a constant defines a circle in the xy plane. The radius of the circle is root of 83. What's the value of t? So here you just have to know the formula. When you are given a circle in this form, x squared plus ax plus y squared plus by plus c equals to 0, to find the radius, we're going to use the formula square root of a divided by 2 square plus b divided by 2 square and minus c. So now let's plug it. We've got a radius root of 83 that equals to, so that equals, I'm going to use the tilde, and then we have, instead of a, we have a root of t, so that means square root of t and divided by 2, so we have a square plus, and again instead of b we have negative 1 here, so I'm going to write it down, negative 1 divided by 2 square, so we've got square and minus, guys, instead of c you have negative 65, so that means we have minus 65, and that's all. The value of t is 71. The answer is B. And question 2, a group of 10 botanists recorded on data on the germination rates of a certain type of seed for one growing season. The scatter plot shows the relationship between the number of seeds planted X and the number of seeds germinated Y for each of the botanists. A line of best fit is also shown. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the slope of the line of best fit in the context? So guys, to find the slope, we know the formula, that is rise over run. And first of all, let's find the slope. Here we have X, the number of seeds planted, and Y, the number of seeds germinated. So here we've got a point 0, 0, and we've got a point like when 100 seeds planted, the number of germinated seeds, it's approximately like 60, around 60, right? More than 50. So now the rise is being 60 and the run is 100. So here, for every 100 seeds planted, 60 of them are germinated, like in a season. So now let's find which of the following is matching. In the option A, is predicted, the number of seeds planted is predicted to increase by 60 seeds every 100 days. Guys, you can eliminate about days because we don't know. So therefore, A and B are out. And the number of seeds that germinate is predicted to increase by 60 seeds for every additional 100 seeds that are planted. Guys, this is matching what we got. For example, if you plant 100 seeds, 60 of them are germinated. So it's just given in the option C. That's all. And then we have a question 3. For triangle ABC and FGH, angles B and G each measure 51 degrees. The length of AB is 6, the length of FG is 18. Which additional piece of information is sufficient to prove that triangle ABC is similar to triangle FGH? So it's asking about the similarity, and we know there's 3 rules of similarity. That is angle, angle, and side, angle, side, and side, side, side. So now let's just draw and see which of the following is matching. For example, the first triangle is ABC, and the second one is FGH. So we are having B and G 51, B 51, G and 51. And then AB is 6 and FG is 18. So FGH is 3 times of ABC triangle. And then let's read the first. The measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle F. So if angle A is equal to angle F, that means we can prove these are similar because you are already given one angle and you now have the second angle, so it is matching with angle. The first is correct. The measure of angle C is equal to the measure of angle H. So that's also kind of same, guys. You are given that the corresponding angles, the measure of angle like C is equal to H, so that means you can again prove with angle theorem. So the second is also correct. And the length of FH is 3 times the length of AC. So FH is this side, is 3 times the AC. So if AC is X, FH is 3X. But is it sufficient? No. Why? Guys, here we already know the information about the 51 degrees and this side. And to prove with side angle side theory, you need the lengths of BC and GH. Right now, we don't know, so the sword is not sufficient. And the 1 and second is sufficient, but sword is not, is just given in the option B. That's all. And question 4. The function f is a quadratic function in the xy plane. The graph has vertex at 1, 9 and pass through the points 2, 3, and -1 and 105. What's the value of f of -2 minus f of 0? In this question, you can just go to the Desmos. And guys, since you are given 3 points, create a table and write down like 1, 9, and we have 2, 3, and then -1 and 105. And then just add the regression. So it is not a linear, it is just a quadratic regression, and now we're having. And you can just like write the equation here, and instead of y, use f of x, and question is asking you to find f of -2 minus f of 0. So the answer is 192, and that is given in just option C. That's all, guys, not that hard. If you know the Desmos, you can solve it. To learn the Desmos more about it, guys, you can just go to my channel and watch the full video explanation for the Desmos lessons. And then we have question 5. A square scale drawing has a side length of 55 inches and 1 inch on the drawing represents an actual of 19 miles. A larger version of the same drawing is printed as a square with the side length 65% longer than the side length of the previous drawing. On the larger drawing, each of the following is close to the actual distance in miles represented by 1 inch. Guys, here I just have the formula, so you have to learn it, that's all. Imagine you have a drawing that is 55 inches and you are given that 1 inch here equals to 19 miles. And now, guys, let's just find what is the actual distance actually. So here the actual distance I'm going to write is equal to 55 multiplied by 19, because 55 is the length of drawing and 19 is 1 inch. So 55 multiplied by 19 gives you the total length. And you are having a larger drawing by like 65%. So that means the new side length will be 55 multiplied by 1.65, right? You're making it 65% larger. And then the question is asking what is 1 inch here equals in miles. So guys, now I'm going to write new side lengths. We are making a new drawing, so the new side length is being 55 multiplied by 1.65, right? And here to find what is 1 inch equals, I just created a formula that is actual distance just divided by new side lengths. That's the formula that all the time works for this kind of questions. And here we have 1 inch equals actual distance 55 multiplied by 19 divided by 55 multiplied by 1.65, and 55 cancels, and you just have to divide 19 by 1.65. 19 divided by 1.65, the answer is 11.5. So 11.52, that's just given in the option B. That's all. And question 16, it's about similarity. You have seen this kind of questions before, but not this one. Let's read it. In the figure LQ intersects MP at point R. Yeah, everything is just given, and LM is parallel to PQ. So these two triangles are similar. And the lengths of MR and RP is 18 and 14. So MR 8, RP 14 respectively. The area of LMR is 36 square units. What's the area of PQR? So guys, most of the time SAT is asking about the side lengths, but here it's asking about the area. So you just have to know one thing. Right now, the corresponding side ratio, like 14 over 8, we're having like PQR and then LMR. So this is the ratio of their size. And you are given the area of LMR. So the area of LMR is 36, and you are asked to find the area of PQR. And here, guys, most of the students just solve this proportion, but this is incorrect. Since you are given the ratio, like since you have to find the areas, you have to use the ratio, like the square of the side ratio. It is just simple. You have to use, when it's asking about the area, the square, and when it's asking about the volume, it will be cube of the side ratios. And here you just have to solve it with decimals. Like we've got 14 divided by 8, so square is tilde, and I'm writing s divided by 36, and we're having that area 110.25. And if you want it in fraction form, so that would be 441 divided by 4. So that one is given option D. That's all. And question 7. For the given data set, the data values are listed in ascending order where A, B, and C are constants. For this data set, the mean is 36, the median is 29, and the range is 72. What's the value of C? So guys, we know the mean is now 36, and then the range is 72, and what is the value of C? So guys, we can again use the decimals here with just listing. So here, first of all, if the mean is 36, we know the formula to calculate the mean, right? That would be all of the values added, like A plus 26 plus we have 29 plus, so we have B and then 41, so then 47 and plus C divided by how many values we have? We have 7 of the values, so 7, and that equals to 36 now. And after, guys, you can just find one thing. Since it's saying that the median is 29, we know that median is the data in the middle, and here we just have B just in the middle. So the value of B is 29. I'm just writing B is equal to 29. And after, you are given that range. We know that range is the maximum minus minimum. So I'm just going to write the maximum value here is C, the minimum value is A, which now equals to range 72. That's all. It's just calculating all the values here, and the question is asking you to find the value of C, which is 81. So the answer is C. Today I used Makon AI to solve the practice test. If you go to the website, guys, you're going to find thousands of questions like in this level, and then practice tests, and it's, guys, the August predictions. And if you go to the website, you're going to see more of a predictions before the exam. Question 8. That's the system of equations, but not just asking about just solutions. Let's read it. In the given system of equations, m and b are negative constants. In the xy plane, the graph of the equations in the given system intersect at the point -5 and y, where y is less than 0. Which expression represents the value of b? So here you can just solve this question with pen, with paper. For example, instead of x, we can plug -5. So that would be 25 plus y squared equals 36. And then the y squared is going to be just 11, right? So 36 minus 25. And the solutions are y equals to like plus minus root of 11. And since the question is saying that y is less than 0, we're going to take the solution y is equal to negative root of 11. And we know the x value, so you can just plug in the second equation to find the value of b. So here we have -11 just equals to, instead of x, I'm using -5, so -5m plus b divided by 4. And to find the value of b, first just like move that -5m to the left side. So we're having 5m minus root of 11 equals to b divided by 4. And to find the value of b, just multiply it by 4. So we're having b equals 4 multiplied by 5m, 20m minus 4 root of 11. So that would be b in terms of m, and that was given just in option D. That's all, guys, not that hard. And question 9, that's, guys, something very new. I haven't seen that graph before. So in the figure, EG and AD intersect point F, line L is parallel to line J, EF is equal to 0.5 CD, FG is 22.5 CD, which of the following must be true? So let's start. If L and J are parallel to each other, this angle is X, so that means this angle is also the X because they are the interior alternate angles. And here we have AEF and ACD triangles are similar because you have X and X are the same and A is the common angle. So now let's prove it. EF equals to 0.5 CD. So is like EF equals 0.5 CD. That means CD is going to be twice of EF. So I'm just saying that EF equals to, let's say, A. So CD is going to be 2A. And here that's A and CD is 2A. And FG equals 2.25 CD. So FG equals 2.25 multiplied by 2A. So that would be 4.5A. So we've got the information. And then let's read the first one. AB equals 2.25 EF. So we have AB. AB is this one. And it's saying that equals to 2.25 of EF. So EF is A. So guys, here, look, since we know that these are the triangles that are similar and the side ratio of the similarity is now being 2 because you have CD is 2A and EF is A, so their ratio is going to be 2. And here, if I say this AF as in let's say B, then AD is going to be 2B, that means FD is just B. And then guys, look, AB, let's just find AB. And since these two triangles are also the similar, like ADB and then this smaller triangle this, we can see their ratios, like it's also 2 divided by 1, and that means if FG is 4.5A, so that AB, and to find AB, that will be 2 multiplied by 4.5A, meaning that it's 9A. Guys, AB is just equals to 9A. And the first information is going to be incorrect because it cannot be 2.25. And let's read the second. FG equals to 0.5 AB. FG, of course guys, that's correct because FG is now half of AB, like 4.5 equals to just half of 9A. So the second information is correct. And the third information, EF. So we have EF as an A divided by FG. So FG 4.5A equals AF. So we have AF. We've already write it down, which is B divided by FD, which is equals to B. Like guys, here we're having the ratio 1.1 divided by 4.5 equals to 1, which is absolutely incorrect. So the third information is also incorrect, meaning that the answer is B, second only. Yeah, that's a bit of time consuming, but if you know the rules like about the similarity, then you can solve it. That's all. And we have question 9. Guys, I do love this question. That's the legendary SED math questions I've ever seen about the factoring, but we can just solve it with Desmos. You have to understand one thing. So this expression equals to this, where A and B are positive integers, and is also equal to this, where C and D are positive non-integers. And it's asking about the value of A plus C. Guys, here you can just solve it in this way. So if you just open the brackets by multiplying, you are going to have 3x squared multiplied by b and a multiplied by 2x squared. So I'm just having 2a plus 3b as in the coefficient of x squared, which equals to 31x squared. So this and this cancels. We're having 2a plus 3b equals to what? 31. And then when a is multiplied by b, that would be equal to 35. Like a multiplied by b equals to 35. And if you do this thing in the second bracket, it's also the same. Like you're going to have 2c plus 3d equals 31 and c multiplied by d equals 35. But now I'm just replacing this a and b with x and y values. So 2x plus 3y equals to 31, and then x multiplied by y equals to 35. And you might be thinking, why? I will just write this equation into the decimals and see the graph of intersection. That are the solutions. We are having 2x plus 3y equals to 35, and x multiplied by y the opposite, 31, and then the 35. And then we're having the positive solutions, 5 and 7, the positive non-integer values. So that means A is 5 because that's the x value, and B is 7 because that's the y value. And the second solution of intersection is 10.5 and 3.33 something. So the x value is 10.5, meaning that it is the value of C, 10.5, and y value, like let's say D, equals 3.33. So since question is asking you to find the value of A plus C, that is 5 plus 10.5, which gives us 15.5. That's all, guys. First, just create a system of equations, write down into the decimals, and see the solutions. And our next question. A yoga studio is offering a deal where the first session is free. The second session is half of the regular price, and the remaining sessions are at the regular price. If the regular price of the session is $25.40, which function f gives the total cost in dollars of purchasing x sessions using this deal where x is at least 2? So guys, just create the function. We have f of x equals, the first session is free, so I'm just writing 0, plus the second session is half of the regular price. If the regular price is 25.40, then half of it would be 20.7. And plus, starting with the third session, it will be 25.40, but not multiplied by x. I've seen most of the students, they will just multiply by x, but this is wrong. So what you have to do, you guys already have 2 sessions, right? You already passed 2 sessions. So you have to subtract 2 from the total number of sessions, because x is the total number of sessions. So x minus 2, we're going to have the final equation. And if you look at the options, that is given in B. So 25.4 x minus 2 and 12.7. Like this is just 0, nothing. And our next question is 12. The graph of line G is shown in the xy plane. K is defined by this. If line K is graphed in the xy plane, resulting in the graph of system of 2 linear equations, they have infinitely many solutions. What's the value of P plus W? Guys, you know that when you have infinitely many solutions, they are going to have the same graph, right? They will just lie on each other. So you can take the point, like in the graph of G, for example, we have the points, that one is negative 10 and 12, and that one is the y-intercept of 0 and 1. These points are also lying on the graph of K. So again, you can just go to the decimals, create a table. We have first points negative 10 and 12, and then 0 and 1. And write down the equation, guys. You can also write the equation instead of adding the regression here. For example, this is going to be 165x1 plus, so we have P multiplied by y1, and the tilde just equals to W. And that's all, guys. We are having P equals 150, W is also the same. So the question is asking P plus W, so it is already 300. That's all, guys. With decimals, it's much more easier. The answer is 300. And now we have question 13. It's about trigonometry. Most of the students have like problems with. Let me make you easier. So, right triangle x, y, z, angles x and z are acute angles. Point R lies on xz such that yr is perpendicular to xz. And then you are given everything, guys. For any geometry questions, just draw the figure. When you draw it correctly, you're going to have 50% of the correct solution. So now x and z are acute. So x and z are acute, and y is right angle. And you have point R on xz such that yr is perpendicular to xz, and xzy angle, like this is A, and xyr angle, this is going to be like B, and xy is 19, and you are given that sine A is equals to 12 over 13, and the question is asking you tangent B, because here most of the students just like use the sine ratios like the opposite over the hypotenuse and the tangent ratios, but no. Guys, if you understand one thing here, you can easily solve it. We have A and we have 90 degree here, and that means this angle is going to be 90 minus A. Let's just write it. And you know the guys, we have B angle and 90 minus A angle, and their sum is 90 degrees. You just have to understand this, that's all. B plus 90 minus A is equals to 90 degrees. And 90 is cancels, and negative A to the left side, so we're having B equals to A. Meaning that guys, B and A angles are the same. And here, the question is asking you to find sine A. The question is asking you to find tangent B. That means if you find tangent A, that's just equals to your tangent B. And then you can just do with the decimals like the rest of them here. Just write it down, sine A equals like tilde 12 over 13 to find the value of A. But guys, you have to find it in degrees here. And that's giving us 67.3, like 67. And then we're having tangent A. So just write tangent A, and that is equals to 12 over 5. So the answer is 12 over 5. I'm not finding the side lengths or using this like SOHCAHTOA, that's all. And the next question. And the given equation x, y, z are positive numbers, which expression is equivalent to y. Like I've seen guys, most of the students like confused with the algebra, like moving x, y, z to the left side and then finding the expression. So you can try it with decimals, but it takes a bit time. So here, just write it down. 1 divided by 4x1 and y1, guys, because you have to find the values here, therefore I'm using y1, and plus x1, y1, and z1, and that equals to 1 divided by 3 y1 and z1. And the question is asking you to find the value of y and x, y, z are positive numbers, guys. Now we're having all of them are the positive numbers, or you can just plug any positive instead of like any of them. For example, let's say x1 equals to 10, and you are having y this and z as this, and you have to find from the following options which is matching to the value of y. So I'll be checking each of them, like 4x1 minus 3z1 divided by, so 12x1 square and z1 square. So is it matching? No. Then eliminate option A. It's not giving us the y value, eliminated. And the B option, oh, guys, let's just do this. So, square root of, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same. Yeah. Write it down for x. And do we have this value here? Yes, of course. The y value is 0.45, 51, 53. And you are also having this value, which is the same. So the answer is just B. If you are not sure, you can just change the values. For example, if you change the x1 and look at the y, and you are having the same y value, then the answer is B. And our question 15, maybe you know the solution, like maybe you know this question, it's about like no solution, but I will be teaching you in Desmos way. So we have to just write the first equation, which is x minus n equals to 38y and plus, so 38n, and just add slider instead of n. For example, I'm saying it's equals to 5. And then you're having the graph, and to have no solution, we know that they must be the parallel, right? When the parallel line, like when the lines are parallel, you're not going to have a solution. So then just write it down each of the following options to see like which is the parallel. 4x minus 4y equals to 8n. No guys, it's giving us infinitely many solutions because they are like having the same graph, and A option is out, and we're having 4x plus 4y equals to 8n equals to 4n. So they are having one solution, it's just out, and you are having 4x plus 4y equals to 8n. Again, they are having the one solution, so eliminate C option, and D option, 4x minus 4y equals to 4n. Guys, look, now they are just parallel lines which never intersect, so they are not going to have any solutions. The answer is just D, guys. You can easily solve it with Desmos, and again, to learn more about the Desmos, guys, just go to my YouTube channel and watch the videos fully. And our last question, as I told you guys, it's a bit tricky, so now let's understand it. While walking on the trail, Mary stopped to read the trail sign. The graph shows the total distance y in meters. Mary had walked on the trail x minutes after leaving the trail sign. Guys, you just have to understand what is x. X is the minute after leaving the trail sign. And the question is asking, what distance in meters did Mary walk on the trail in the 10 minutes after leaving the trail sign? Guys, you have to find the distance just after 10 minutes. Most of the students just look at the x value 10 and they will take when x is like 10, the y value is 650. 650 is the answer. Of course, no. Guys, 650 is not your answer. You have to find the distance after leaving the trail. Until the trail, guys, Mary had walked approximately 150 meters. You have to find this meter like in 10 minutes. So you have to subtract like 650 minus 150. That gives us 500 meters. So this 500 meters is going to be your answer. That's the distance Mary had walked after leaving the trail sign. That's your answer, guys. So now we're going through the 16 questions, but watching the video explanation only is not enough. You have to practice. But the question is where? You can just go to Makon AI. They will be updated and new questions before every exam. So you can just go to the question bank and then choose the math or reading and writing. So I'm choosing math. They will have 4 types of domain: advanced math, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, problem solving, and data analysis. You can choose the one that you are struggling with a lot, for example, the percentages, and start a session. You're going to see 20 questions, and if you solve all of them, then you are done. You don't have to solve all of these 200 new questions since most of them are similar to their previous ones. So I selected 50 must-know questions before your every exam. To get the access to these questions, go to my school community through the link in the description below. Let's lock in and solve these hard questions. See you there.